Okay, so with every single time we do one of these Wellness Wednesdays, we start with understanding our brain, okay? Basically, our brain does a lot of work. It does almost all the work, right? It tells us a lot of different things about how to move our bodies, etc., etc. But sometimes our brains get a little bit stressed out. What I like to say is that sometimes, right, our brains are calm and we're in our green mode, right? So you're like cool and you're calm and you're like, yeah, I'm chill, I'm reading, I'm listening to my music, I'm watching my shows, right? And then other times we feel sad, right? Or we're kind of feeling down, not so great, or we're feeling stressed out. And you can see the thermometer starts to go up, right? And sometimes we don't even realize it and we get to the red really, really, really fast. Sometimes our moms, our dads, our grandparents, our aunts and uncles, they get into the red too. Our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, right? And something makes them go from, oh, it's cool, to, ah, right? And so when we learn breathing in yoga today, it's one way that you can take your own brain thermometer and body thermometer and bring it back down a little bit, right? To kind of bring yourself down. Because guess what? Most people, most kids, most of us, we don't like being up here. We get there, but we don't actually like being up there, right? It doesn't feel good. Where do we feel it when you're up here? Everywhere. You can feel it in your face gets hot. You can feel it in your head gets poundy, as some kids tell me, right? You can feel your heart like, oh, it's going too fast. You could see your hands might get clenched and your jaw might get clenched. Your belly hurts, right? That's how you know you're kind of up here and not down here. Because when you're down here, you're feeling good. You're feeling good, right? So the other way you can think about your brain, friends, I want you to look at this. This is one of my favorite ways. What do you think happens when your brain goes into the red? Take a look. Yeah, right? And so kind of our brain gets all mixed up in there. And over time, it goes back down to calm, okay? And so that's something you can remember when you're feeling all sorts of stressed out. So the very first thing I want you to think about, right, if you're starting to feel worried, upset, frustrated, is to breathe. Because breathing brings oxygen into our bodies, okay? Now the best way to breathe, friends, is to breathe with your belly, okay? Sometimes we get upset and we start to breathe up here, right? And we're like, and it's like too much, and you're not actually taking in all the oxygen you can. So I want to see your bellies. Let me see your bellies. Okay, and when you breathe in, right, you breathe in through your nose. When you breathe in, I want your belly to get big, like a balloon. Imagine your belly as a balloon. And when you breathe in, belly goes big. And when you breathe out, your belly gets small. Let's do it 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Very good. So while we're doing our yoga and while we're doing our breathing, just remember, I want you to pay attention to how you breathe, okay? Now let's say you don't have the little ball, but you still want to remember a way to breathe. The second way that we like a lot is square breathing. See my square? You see my square, right? And with square breathing, you're gonna hold up your finger like this, right? And you're gonna follow along with Miss Gina. You ready? You're gonna go, let's start at the top. And we're gonna go like a square that has 4 sides. And you're going to breathe in, 3, 4, hold, 3, 4, out, 4, hold. For one more time, breathe in, hold, out, hold. Last time, and in, hold, out, hold. You can do this in school, you can do this at home, right? You can just do it. I have some kids, they do it right on their leg and they're like, right? So you can do it in the air. You can pretty much bring that anywhere, right? The other breathing that we went over is either the hand or the star, and you do the exact same thing. You breathe in and then you hold at the tips and at the top of your fingers, okay? So you would breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, okay? So that's how we would do the hand. I know what you're waiting for now. You want to actually do some of the poses. Okay, all right. All right, so when we're doing the poses and we're doing a little bit of our yoga, you are going to, first and foremost, I want you to remember the breathing. In and out the whole time. I also want you to think about, where am I feeling it when you're doing the poses? You don't need to have a mat, but if you have a rug, a towel of any kind, a blanket, you can use one of those and just put them on the ground, okay? So, my little doggy brought something over here. There we go. Okay, so let me see. Okay, can you see my feet? Hope you can see my feet. Okay, so the very first pose I'm gonna have you do is mountain. So I'm going to have you stand straight up like a mountain. Back is straight, okay? This is the peak of your mountain. Mountains are strong, and mountains are rooted and really grounded into the ground. So make sure your feet are in the ground. Wiggle your toes so I know your feet are there and in the ground, right? And anytime we're doing something today, I want it to feel good to you. So if it starts to hurt, stop doing that and do something a little bit different, or just relax it for a moment, okay? We don't want to get hurt. The point isn't to hurt ourselves. The point is to really focus on our bodies and our breathing. Are you ready? So here we have our mountain pose. Very good. Strong mountains, and we're gonna move to star pose. Take your one leg and move it over to here. Arms up, breathe in, breathe out. Let me see those bellies. Breathe in, breathe out. Very good, one more. Replant yourself if you need to. Breathe in, breathe out. Now gently breathe in and we go down to the side with triangle. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Back up. Very good. Other side. And stretch. Where do you feel this? Breathe in. Breathe out. You can put your gaze up towards your fingertips. Breathe in. Breathe out. And back up. It's a star because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Bring us back to mountain. Bring us back to mountain, okay? Time for tree pose, okay? So for tree pose, your arms can either go like this, okay? You can go like this, or you can go like this, okay? Whatever feels the most comfortable for you. Ready? Mountain pose. You're gonna kickstand up one foot like this. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Back to mountain. Very good, guys. Excellent. Other side. You know it takes a lot of balance. Kickstand up. Remember, you can keep your hands here. You can keep your hands here. But breathe. Very good. And back. If you were wobbling, that's okay, right? Because it means you just are practicing your balancing. And it takes time to practice our balancing. It absolutely does. One more stretch. We're going to do mountain, please. And we're going to breathe in and exhale down. You can put your hands like this, or you can flip them like this. And our tree is going to sway. And here comes a wind. The wind is coming, and slowly in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Other side. Wind. Where do you feel it? You should feel a little bit of a stretch here. You don't want to go all the way down and hurt yourself. Just a slight stretch right here. Yeah, good. In, breathe out, and back up, and back to mountain. Okay? The other poses that we've learned, which a lot of kids think this one is funny, this one is called our chair pose because it's like we're about to go sit in our chair. Okay? You're going to put your feet like this. You're going to bend your knees and put your arms up like you're about to sit down. Ready? And breathe in. And breathe out. Gaze is forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Where do you feel it? Breathe in. Breathe out. Back to mountain. Where did you feel that? Yeah, you can feel that in your legs. You can feel that in your legs. Absolutely. Very good. You guys are amazing. We're now going to forward fold, right? So if you remember you're in mountain pose, you're going to kind of hang your body forward, but slowly roll down, forward. Eventually this roll is going to take us down to the ground. So that's how you flow, right? We go from standing kind of to the middle down to the ground, okay? And so we're going to start in mountain, which remember is straight, feet planted. Let me see those feet. Very good. And we're going to go like this, right? And you're going to slowly, slowly forward, fold, down. Okay, now some of you can reach the floor, some of you can reach your toes, some of you can reach your knees, right? It doesn't matter, that's okay. You're stretching, which is excellent. Very, very good, very good. Now as you're forward folding, okay, you're gonna forward fold all the way down. And when you get to the floor, you're going to go into a downward dog. So hopefully you'll remember how to do that. You're gonna walk yourself out like this, okay? Kind of put your bottom up in the air. I know it looks a little silly. Stretch out the back of your legs like this. Ah, how's that feel? Good? Okay. Now you'll end up in a plank position. You've seen this before, right? Like this. Now, this one right here, and I think Ava will probably come down in a second to go into this one. She does like to do the cobra pose, and she does have a few extra that she likes on the ground. But for now, I want you to show me the table. So the table, you went from plank position, okay? Drop your knees, and you are straight like a table, like this, okay? Now, table has a flat back. When you drop your table like this, stretch and drop down, you are like a cow. When you arch it like this, like a cat, okay? So we're gonna add some breathing into it. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Let me see a cow. Very good, very, very good. And arch it back. Maybe you wanna hop in for the cobra? Sure. Okay. All right, so Eva's gonna join us to show some of her favorites, which start on the ground. Very good. Hopefully you can see her. I don't know if I set this up okay. Okay. Yeah, all right, very good. Now, Eva, we're gonna go from table, okay, and you do cat. Very good. And then cow. Okay, now drop forward into cobra. Very good. Now look at how her back is stretching. Okay, excellent. So her back is stretching, her gaze is forward. Excellent pose, Ava. Now, if you want to add the breathing, cobras go, right? Cobras go like a hissing sound. Very, very good. Now, you can go back up to your knees. And if you want to sit for a moment into just regular easy pose. Okay, there we go. We have our child's pose. And you want to go into your shoulder stand. Did you want to do that one?
Sure.
Okay. All right. This is a kid favorite right here. This one, for some reason, almost every kid loves this one. Oh, let there be light here. Hold on. Lighting issues. Okay.
I do this on the couch usually.
Yes.
I'm bored.
Right. Absolutely. Right. So you'll find that kids do this kind of stuff no matter what, right? And so sometimes Ava will be doing this just regularly. So she's on her back and she's simply going to put her legs up and as high up as she can. She's stretching, and that is the shoulder pose. Very good. Shoulder stand. And breathing. And out. Very controlled. Very good. Very good. And then back out down. And notice she didn't just plop. You're like trying to do things very, very controlled.
This is what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
And this is what I usually do when I'm not doing this.
Right. No plopping. No plopping. You want to do everything controlled. Absolutely. Very good job. Very good job. So I will get us back up to standing. So if you're in shoulder, I want you to come back down. You know, go from shoulder stand. Right. And back down. And roll. Very good. Now go into a sitting, just a regular sitting pose. You can do the child's pose like you were doing before. Scoot back a little bit so you're in the screen. Very good. Right? And we're going to go backwards now. So I'm going to take you from cobra.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, go back into cobra slowly. And breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Good. Breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Back to table. Very good. Okay, plank. Very good. Downward dog. With your hands, put your hands and then your butt up in the air. Okay, and then stand up, forward fold, and slowly. I know it's hard. It is hard, right? Because you're trying to control your body the whole time. So when she went from the floor back up, we want to make sure we're slow and breathing back up to standing, okay? So anytime you're moving between the different positions, you're just going to go slowly. So she was on the ground, she went from plank, right? Then you do downward dog. Then she kind of has to stand herself back up and roll forward fold, back up. And then we end in our mountain. A lot of people like to end with their hands near their heart here, so you can do that as well. And so those are almost every pose we learned over the past 12 weeks for you to do, and you can kind of move it around any way you want, right? Some days you might just say, I just want to do like 1 or 2 stretches. I just need to do the downward dog to kind of get my back stretched out. And so you can pick and choose the different things that you want to do that kind of work for you, okay? Absolutely. All right, so we're going to kind of energize ourselves for the day and end with 2 moves. One is called Joy Breath, okay? And Joy Breath is, I think, out of every yoga pose and everything that we've done in schools throughout the state, kids really, really like the Joy Breath, right? And so we start in mountain. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. And out. Ready? In. And out. And at the end, roll back up. Right? Let's try that one more time. And breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Good stretch in your chest there. And out. Breathe in. And release. And roll back up slowly. And it kind of gets you in that, all right, start the day. We're going to get rid of all of our worries right now. I know, it's like, how can you do that? Well, here you're going to do, in your mind, I want you to think of something that's bothering you. You don't have to tell me what it is, right? Something that's bothering you. And we're going to just simply wash it out. We're going to wash it out of our bodies. I want you to stand with your feet a little bit apart like this, okay? And I want you to just move. Stretch your back. And you don't have to go like this, and right? Just move slowly back and forth. And you're washing out the worries. Washing out the worries. The worries. All right, very good. Oh my gosh. If all the worries are gone, picture them kind of washing out of your body. Good. Now, I want you to tap in new thoughts. So I want you to think in your mind something positive. You can say, I am strong, I am brave, I can do this, I got this, anything you want, okay? And when you're thinking positive thoughts right now in your body, okay, you're gonna tap them in. And by tapping them in, you're gonna start with the top of your head and tap in the thoughts all the way down. I'm thinking the thought the whole time. You can cross over, so your left hand hits your right leg and back and forth, tap in the good thoughts. Okay. Very good, very, very good. All right, some final cleansing breath. You can do this seated, either like this. Some people, especially kids, I know you guys like this one, right? You sit like this. Have you seen this one before? This one is like called the easy pose. Wonder why, right? You can sit like this. You can sit like this in your chair. You can sit like this on the floor or anywhere, and you just go like this. Let me see. Let me see you do this. Very good, right? You can put your hands like this. You can touch just one of your fingers and breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up that belly. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Very good. We're going to sharpen your focus and end today's session with our chime. Usually my Ava likes to come and do the chime. I don't know if she wants to come and do the chime, but we'll see about that. It's almost like a kid magnet. It's like you bring the chime out, and she might want to actually do the singing bowl instead. I'm not sure. Oh, wow, it's magical. It's magical. Do you want to do singing bowl or do you want to do chime? Oh, you want to do singing bowl? Okay. Oh. See, the bowl makes you sing. All right, come a little closer, Eva. Come a little closer. So close. All right, friends. This is for all of us. Moms, dads, friends.
Put your head in the bowl.
Put your hand in the bowl.
Put your head like.
Put your head. Put my face in the bowl. No, okay. All right, ready? Here we go. Ava is going to hit the singing bowl. Are you blocking my face? She's going to do the singing bowl. She's going to hit it, right? And when she hits it, it rings. And what I want you to do is close your eyes if it's comfortable. If not, just focus. And she's going to hit the bowl. And I want you to really focus on the sound of the bowl. And when you cannot hear it anymore, raise your hand for us, okay? Ready? And focus. Very good. I love the focusing. It's like it makes you think of nothing else. Let's do it one last time. And